Sir, how are you, sir?
I'm good, sir.
Welcome to Hyderabad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, I'm little bit nervous, and at the same time, it's a privilege for me as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sir,
Great to be here. Great
fa-
to be here.
thank you, sir. First question I want to ask you, but not about Mahi Vaapas Aaunga, but I'll ask you one scene. Let me know that. It's about Tamasha. There is a one scene, I mean, before Agar Tum Saath Ho, Ved wants to go out, but Tara stopping him. In that scene, particularly, they both are in the breakdown. I mean, emotionally breakdown. How do you conceive that scene, sir? How do you explain it to that actors, in particular that scene?
Well, Ranbir and Deepika are very perceptive actors, and what Ranbir was doing was also very difficult and a very irritating part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
It's we find in ourselves sometimes that we are like that,
yeah, yeah,
unreasonable,
yeah.
and emotional, and sarcastic, and we hate it that we
Yeah,
are being like that.
yeah.
But sometimes I've also had a tendency of being like that.
Okay, okay.
Like how, and you are like that only with people that you're very close to.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually, you can be like that with your brother or your mother or something like that. So I explained to Ranbir, of course, what he was feeling and why he was feeling it. But the fact that he did it so well, that is why people
Yeah, yeah,
can associate with what happened there. And the same with Deepika.
yeah. Okay.
That sometimes you want to give love and you want to make somebody feel better, although you know that they themselves don't are trying to stop you because they don't want to feel better. They want to feel worse about themselves.
Yeah.
So it was like they understood each other so well, those two characters, that it is something that people couldn't remember even now.
Yeah. It's instinct, or else you already prepared in the storyline, or else
No, it was
whatever.
there in the storyline, but
Yeah.
the, then later on when the song happens and then you get inspired by that, and then there was a time when I saw in some European country, and I've said this before, that a young lady was sitting and crying alone in a public park bench.
Okay, okay.
People were coming and going, and this one girl was sitting and crying there,
Hmm.
breaking down. And I realized that the curse of the metropolitan scene is that you have to show your emotion in front of people.
Okay,
You're
okay,
always in
okay, okay,
public.
okay.
You can't go home and then cry. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's also what I had in mind while I was making it.
When it comes to Meva Pasaunga, there is a one particular scene reminds me long time. Heroine finally express her love intention to the hero, whether it is a completely violent situations and all. The hero will be the cry. There is only one eye drop will come in that scene actually.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Only one eye drop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I never expected the boy will be that much overjoyed in expressing the love in that time actually.
Yeah, even we didn't know that. Actually, that just happened. It just came.
Okay, okay.
And then, so we just kept it.
Okay.
And while in the performance, in one shot it was there, and the other, like in the side angle shot it was there, in the top angle shot it wasn't there. So we kept the side angle shot so that we could have that, because it is such a thing. Sometimes it happens like that.
I heard this story is a real story. Some old man wants to return back to the Pakistan. So, what was your perspective when you heard this story for the first time? What intention you want to make this film as a film?
It was a very significant thing that a person has forgotten that the partition, and he wants to go to his hometown. It is very like symbolic, it's very poetic, it is very philosophical, it is very political also, So all of those things were already there in that one gesture that this man, they were the JG brothers in Punjab, and they were very, very old, and they are very distinguished people. One of them was actually the commissioner of police,
Okay, okay.
in his time, but now older and had forgotten, and they were going, they wanted to go across the border, and they were trying to explain to them about partition, and they didn't remember this actually happened.
Okay.
at
Okay.
the Atari border.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
where
Okay.
the scene has been
okay.
shot also over there.
Okay.
So this was very significant, and it was actually a very like a dramatically beautiful
Yeah.
scene, you know.
True.
So I
True.
thought, so that is where I started writing the story from.
But I was impressed for the first shot, which that guy, 90 years old guy, watching
TV.
watching the TV. He's set up his mustache like that.
Hmm.
That attitude was very convincing, actually.
Hmm. Yeah, because a lot of people have these ailments and they feel that they can't see properly or they can't figure out, so they feel that the person in the TV is actually a real person talking to them.
Yeah.
You know, so and I've also heard about this, that there was this old Sikh gentleman in Jamshedpur,
Okay.
and so he used to get ready and sit at 9 o'clock to watch TV, and when the TV person came and said namaskar, he would also say namaskar. So
Okay.
at that time we were kids, we used to make fun of it.
Okay.
Not fun, but we just like laugh about it.
Okay.
But now we understand what it is to be a person like that.
Okay. I mean, what is the reason, sir? With the due respect, I want to ask you that 90 years guy has a love interest, but you haven't showed his wife in that film, but he has a family, one beautiful family. What was your call on that time?
Because it depends on what the story is. What happens in the life of one person can be shown. Everything can be shown, but it will take 100 years.
Okay, okay, okay.
But the
okay.
film is not 100 years, the film is 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you have to focus on what the story is. What story are you trying to say? The story was about his reminiscence of Jia. So the focus was over there. And I did not, I mean, it was not about jealousy. It was not about which woman is more or less, who he lived with and who he thought about it. That story wasn't. It was just the fact that there was Jia, there was her loss, and that signified the loss of every family during partition. It became a symbol for the loss.
But whatever, I mean, you also discussed this point, Radcliffe line in this film. But when you hear these stories and all, we know I mean, partition stories and all, but when it comes to Punjab, divided by the line, but there are a lot of stories behind this partition line.
Right.
So how you felt when you were hearing these stories and all,
Well,
when you're researching this story?
Well, the research is something that everybody can do, but apart from that, I met a lot of partition veterans. That was the rare thing, because I knew that they're all very old. If they've seen partition 78 years back and they remember it, they would be around close to 90-year-old at least. No? So all those people, and they were telling me their accounts.
Okay.
I met many of them. They told me what they saw, what they remember, how it was. Everybody so many of them told me their stories.
Okay.
And I realized that, of course, each story was very, very personal. Each story also was a story of love somehow, because it is something that has kept them alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, they would have perished. And I also have met other refugees and people that have been displaced, etc. What keeps them going is not hatred. What keeps them going is actually belief in love.
When it comes to Imtiaz Ali's films, there is a one point, surface line love is there. Other than that, the protagonist will always I mean, chasing themselves, their aloneness, their real soul in every movie. I mean, you're consciously writing these
No,
things,
no, I'm
or what?
not at all consciously writing. I'm actually just, it just happens to come across like that. And for instance, in Mahi Vaapas Aaunga, he was not trying to discover who he was.
Yeah,
He was just trying to go for Jia. So not every story needs to be like self-discovery.
Yeah, self-discovery.
It's not every story, but then there are many stories that have also been about self-discovery.
Yeah, yeah.
But
when it comes to Tamasha, when it comes to
Tamasha, Rockstar, so many. I mean, not Highway, not Jab We Met that much. So some stories have been like that, and it's not as though I try to do it deliberately like that. It just, as I am writing the story, it develops in this way. I can't help it. Every story has their own nature and their its own inspiration.
Yeah.
So that is how it goes.
I mean, after Tamasha, there are many people quit their job. They are also self-discovering there. Uh, I heard some stories. I mean, have you ever met these kind of guys after the Tamasha? Is there anyone telling you like, I inspired from the Tamasha?
Yeah, a lot of people have actually. In fact, they like almost like very common. Almost every day, almost every second day. Today, I also met some people who said that they've left their jobs for Tamasha. Today, because I came to Hyderabad and I went to this one mall and I met some people over there. Many of them told me that they have left their jobs after Tamasha.
Yeah.
Because these people usually also sometimes if they get a chance, they come and meet me and tell me their story also of how they left, what they were doing before and what they were doing later.
Okay, okay. Sir, at the same time, when it comes to Rockstar, there are two scenes. I just want to ask you one thing. Like one particular scene, Kun Faya Kun, he's staring at mask, upstairs at a mask. And second one, when he's screaming like Sada Hak, it's not a pain, it's a relief from the burden. So how do you conceive these two scenes, sir?
In the first scene, he wasn't looking at the mosque; he was just looking up in the air at the top of the spire.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and at that time, he just had to look and get this feel. Sometimes, you know, you get this feeling that is this real? This world that we are living in, is this real or is it fiction and something else is going on? You know, the world that we understand it, is it like that? So, time and again, some people have this kind of a feeling, like of mystery, of mysticism, that is it really what it seems to be or something else is going on? So he had that feeling.
Okay, okay.
And so when he kind of supposed to look up and then he's supposed to stop singing and just keep looking and think about that, and that was it. He would then get up and leave from that location, from the dargah. As far as Sadhak Athirak is that, you know, there is the nameless angst that people carry.
Yeah,
They feel
yeah,
a certain
yeah.
rage, they feel a certain angst, but if you ask them to sit down coolly and think about why they have that angst, they can't explain.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost every young person, at least, has that rage,
Yeah.
but they don't know where it is coming from or what is it that they want to. Who are they angry with?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, sometimes, you know, there is this very famous term called rebel without a cause.
Huh.
That's a very famous film also. But rebel without a cause is what many people are. And Jordan was also.
Yeah.
So when he's asking, he just feels that somehow I feel that I've not got my due. There are things that I want and I haven't got. Although I can't explain what those things are, but that frustration of wanting it just manifests. So it's like, don't process it with the brain. Just feel what you feel and then just shout out. Yeah, that is how it was.
I mean, this thing, like Jordan, after the breakup only, he rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, do you believe in a real life also, is there anyone get breakup, then will be their life starts, or else
No.
there are some...
I don't think so. I think, well, that's a positive way of looking at breakup, because after a breakup, better things can also happen. It's not as though they can't. But you can't have a breakup to have a better life or a more successful life. That is silly. And he was silly. Jordan was silly in the beginning, and it was because of his silliness that he had the kind of situation that he had in his life ultimately, where he destroyed the very thing that he loves, which is here. And it just happened at the wrong time. If he had known earlier, it would have been a different story. It took time to understand something which was in front of him.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that is it. I mean, there is angst because of that. because of your own silliness, but how can you help it? If you don't feel something at that point of time, you don't feel it. If you're going to feel it later, then that's when you'll feel it.
Okay, and personally, what is your belief? And like after the breakup, everyone will get some high.
Have you had a breakup recently?
And yeah, of course, but I listen your songs and all.
When did
when
you
I
have
get a
your
break.
breakup? How many
Maybe
days?
2 years back.
2 years back. You're still thinking about her. That is nice. She should know that. Hmm.
Sir, I mean, one more thing. There are some doubt. There is some doubt like that 90 years plus guy has a dementia. He still reminds his love life. Uh, so why not these years? I mean, the before years.
Because it is said in psychology that when somebody loses their memory, they
Okay.
lose it page by page, starting from right to the left.
Okay. Okay.
So if imagine that there is a book of memory, and if you were to lose your memory, it's like the pages are going blank.
Okay. Okay.
But that process will start from right, the end of the book to the beginning of the book, which means you will always remember your early days much more, much longer than you would remember your later days.
Okay, it's practically happening in a real time.
In
Okay.
real life, this is what happens. When anybody loses memory, they lose the memory of the immediate time, then 2 years back, then 4 years back, then 10 years back.
Okay.
And
Okay.
finally, they remember their early youth and
So that's why
childhood.
he's chasing his memory. I mean,
Yeah.
in last. Okay. 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 Oh, that is the cause, man.
Yeah, because he's forgotten partition,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
hasn't forgotten Gia.
Yeah. 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 See, when I'm watching the movie, I'm still this doubt is running in my inside my mind actually.
It usually happens like that. If you now you should do this. Go and meet real people that are old and who are having memory issues. You see what they are remembering.
Okay.
You will see that they remember the old times and not the present times.
Okay. 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 And sir, when it comes to Vaapas Aaunga, you narrated the story in non-linear screenplay.
Yeah.
Why not in a chronological way, in event by event? I mean, what is that call when you narrate this story?
Because real memory, real mind does not work in a chronological way.
Okay.
I'm over here, you're asking me a question. When you're asking me that question, I have to go back into history.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
how did it happen in Tamasha? Oh, that's how it happened in Tamasha. So let me answer your question. So
Okay.
my mind, if a screenplay has to be written on my mind, then from this car we will be cutting back into the past. So it is non-linear.
Okay.
Memory is non-linear. Otherwise, how can there be memory? Memory. If the mind only goes forward, if the film only goes forward, they can't be memory. Memory is going back, so it is actually cut to flashback.
Okay. Okay. Nice, interesting answers I'm getting. So, but one thing, there is some magic, sir. When you and Rahman sir collaborated for the film, you both are invented like emotional language. I don't know what I can name it for that songs and music. You both are invented one emotional language. I mean, when you narrated the whole story to the Rahman sir, when he comes up with some surprising fact, I just want to know this collaboration part, how it happens. And
No, we just talk a lot. See, Rahman sir has got a gift. His gift is that, he can musically interpret whatever you're feeling. Because as a director, what I'm feeling, what I'm trying to communicate, the heart of it, the soul, the unsaid things, that Rahman sir can understand and communicate. He can only communicate through music so well. So whenever I hear any music from him, it feels as though, this is what I wanted. And how did he know?
okay,
I,
okay,
I always get this feeling that how did Rahman sir know that this is what I was actually trying to
okay, okay.
say at this point of time. So he has a gift. I can't understand.
Have you
how
ever
he
asked
does
one
it.
more time? I mean, I just want one more time, one more song.
No, not. Usually it is just that he he only changes sometimes. Like in Agar Tum Saath Ho, in that Tamasha song, he changed it 3 times.
Okay.
He only changed it. Like I said, okay, and then we shot. We actually did the shooting on that song, and then he changed it one more time. After that,
Oh. Okay.
and then a third time was Agar Tum Saath Ho. Then he was going to change it the 4th time also. I said, no, now please, this is the one that we will go with.
Okay, but your films, not like a first day blockbusters are, right? And your films slowly, audience will take it to the heart. It will be the cult blockbusters. I mean, how do you see this
But this
journey?
time it did not happen like
Yeah,
that.
मैं वापस आऊंगा is a different.
So since we are talking about Mahi Vaapas Aaunga, let's be chronological. Let's
Yeah.
And I feel that in Mahi Vaapas Aaunga, this very nice thing happened that after making some films which only got into a cult status because it took a little time for the films to really reach the audience. And so I think after some movies like that, it was very welcome break that while the cinema theaters are still running Main Vaapas Aaunga, it has become like successful, like we have broken even, we've become profitable. So that is a very wonderful thing, because what happens is that if a movie does well while it is in the theater, then financially it is more viable for the producer. So I'm very happy that people did not wait for a long time to watch Main Vaapas Aaunga, and they came immediately to watch it. And of course, people people are always right in their judgment, I feel. My basic assumption is that the audience is right in their assumption, in their judgment. And they came and they realized that, oh, it has not had an opening, so we might as well tell our friends and tell our people to go watch. It is that the audience that took up the responsibility of making the film popular, and they pushed people into the theater, more and more people, and that is how it has become a successful film. So I wanted to say this so that people should get the credit of what they do. And this whole thing that we keep saying that audience is stupid and audience is foolish, that is very wrong, because definitely this time it has
Absolutely,
improved.
it was a wonderful film. So it's like a heart soothing kind of film. This
yeah.
one. And
Thank you.
I want to ask you one thing, sir. What I observed previous films and now Mahi Vaapas Aaunga, there are, I mean, in your writing there are no external villains, there are no external factors to conflict the story. It comes under between relationships. It comes under between the in between human beings, inside human beings. I mean, what was this called, sir?
I have not met a person in my life who's just bad and who's a villain. I felt that people that I have not liked, whenever I've given a thought to what their situation is, what their life is, I've understood that actually he's a nice guy. It's just that his situation was like this, that he did something against me. So I don't think that in life anybody can be a villain. So in the movies also they can't be, because it's only that you don't know his side of the story sometimes. You know that, or he does something wrong, but okay, that is wrong, but he's also done good things in life.
Okay.
Everybody, I think, is like that. So I feel that, see, my cinema is not coming from other cinema. Like, it's not as though I've learned, like I'm trying to, from what I've seen in the films, that's how, from there I'm creating more films. I'm just seeing people in real life. So all the characters that come into my movie are coming from real life. In real life, I've not seen a full-out villain. So how can there be a villain? Mostly. Yeah. So this is.
So it's a conscious call. Like,
It's not. Because when I'm writing, there is no bad person that ever emerges. Like, because I understand why he's doing what he's doing. And most of the good villains are also like that. Even Gabbar Singh is like that. Gabbar Singh was insulted. Gabbar Singh was held, and so he did something which was very, very wrong. But there is a reason why he did it. He wanted to take. He wanted to insult this guy Thakur.
yeah.
So that's why he did it.
So, sir, have you seen Telugu Teenmar? I mean, it's a remake of Love Ajkal.
Yeah.
When it comes to Teenmar,
I have seen it.
You have seen? Okay.
Pavan Kalyan sir was
Yes,
there.
yes. What is the most curious part? Like what they preserve or else what they changed?
What they changed was very interesting. The music that came and the dance that came.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, there was a music and dance where they were all dancing. I think in the past, you know, that they were that dance and song that was very new, very interesting
Okay.
for me. So that, and what they I think kept was how you know, the two men are talking in the present time.
Yeah, two men are talking. in
The two
present
men
time.
are talking. Those scenes were also very interesting because I think the hero, Pavan Kalyan, who did Jay, he was being modern, you know, and that was quite, I think, interesting. The way he was, his body language was quite interesting, very funny.
Okay. And have you ever, I mean, you want to make any Telugu straight film? I mean, to with any actors? Have you ever tried or else? Have you ever wrote the story?
Actually, I'm very interested in Hyderabad.
Okay.
But Hyderabad, because there are a lot of people in Hyderabad that speak in Hindi.
Yeah.
So based on them, I can have a story. Otherwise, it's a bit difficult for me to imagine how, because I make Hindi films. I don't understand Telugu.
Yeah.
So I can't make a Telugu film. You know. And if there is a situation in my film, then I will have to convince myself how people here are talking in Hindi. And it doesn't look natural. But there must be a way, but I'm also learning. I have not really come much to the south, you know, with cinema, and that is only because of this, because I make Hindi films. Let's see. Life is long.
And I heard one thing. Actually, many actors says that when it comes to storyline or scene, if you are not satisfied with the emotional tangent in that scene, you will rewrite the scene in the sets, even though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes.
Any magics? I mean,
Sometimes, like in some films, it happens like that. For instance, in this film,
sorry for
no, I can't remember. Becomes a memory test sometimes, but I can't remember. But yeah, there are a few times that happens. And for instance, in Chamkila, there was a whole scene where Chamkila comes out with his wife from her house. He goes to her house, speaks to her, then brings her out. And after he goes away, there are some women over there that are there and they are talking. That became a song. That became a song that went into that song because when they came out, there were some real Punjabi old women. And we had just to take one shot of Chamkila and Amarjot coming out, and I had told them that, you know, after this, you guys can start talking. They were talking like this, and I said, okay, beyond that, no, you just keep going on, and you start singing some songs and all that. They just kept going on and on and on. And then what they started saying was extremely interesting. And then you know, we created a dance after that. We just kept going with that situation. That okay, now sing that song, now dance, now do this, now more and more women, and then that is how it became a song.
Nice, interesting.
Improvisation, yeah.
So, do you believe, sir, that improvisations will affect on the story?
So, see, when an actor, there is a big communication gap, I think. When an actor has to improvise, he doesn't have to become writer. An actor in improvising has to say the same lines that have been written by the writer, but he has to say it in an improvised manner. Like he has to say it sometimes in an angry way, sometimes in the anger, how can you laugh and be angry? That is his improvisation. The improvisation is not change the lines. So I don't believe in changing the lines.
Okay. So can we expect any
Yeah.
One more film from you and Ranbir sir.
Hopefully, let's see if there is something that suits him. I'll definitely approach him.
Sir, how many drafts for this film, sir? I mean, मैं वापस आऊँगा. How many drafts you have tried?
Four.
4 drafts.
4 final drafts, but I write in different stages. So it's a bit difficult. It's not as though I don't write in final draft or anything. No, I write in Word. So I keep changing whenever I feel like.
Which of your films deserve a sequel?
None of my films deserve a sequel. I don't think I'm not into making sequels. Maybe I can make a film knowing that I'm going to make a sequel of it. That's a different story. I can't make a film and then if it does well, I'll make a sequel. Then that is just that I don't enjoy.
Okay, you can't be that story in a long time.
If I think of a long story and I say, okay, I'll make only this part now.
Okay.
Like it's a long story, it can't happen in one film, let's say. Then I'll make one and one and one. Then it can have a sequel. But to make a film and then if it becomes successful, if people are liking it, then I can make another one because that's how I can make a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah, because people come for sequels.
Yeah.
It's easy. That's why there are so many sequels.
Now, yeah.
And they might say that, oh, this was not as good as part one.
Part one.
But they'll still come.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to make money.
Do you
But
feel that?
it's not so exciting for me as a director.
Okay.
You know, otherwise, why will I not want? It's not so exciting.
I forgot to ask one thing, sir, Nawazuddin Shah garu. That's a master stroke for the audience. How do you, I mean, he's a beautiful actor. He's a wonderful actor. How do you, cast him? Like,
Yeah, he's a wonderful actor. He's a god. I think he's a very gifted actor, God gift. That kind of an actor. And he should. I mean, one should.
when you're writing the story, you fixed him or else?
Acha, you're talking about Nasir. You said Nawazuddin.
No.
Nasiruddin Shah.
Yeah, Naziruddin Shah. Sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah,
No, he's a very good actor. And of course, after I finished writing the script, I don't first meet the actors and then start writing the script. I don't have actors in my mind when I'm writing the script. I write the script and then decide who the actor is going to be.
Oh, your entire filmography like that only?
Entire. Every
Okay,
film.
okay.
And even when I go forward, I'll keep it like that. I will not. So it is. Therefore, after that, I realized that Nasiruddin Shah is going to be a very, very suited and a beautiful, high caliber actor. And he is at an age where he can play 95-year-old. It is possible. You know, when you are very young, you can't. Because it's very difficult. So that's how I thought of him. Very, very gifted actor.
One actor who surprised you the most?
Alia surprised me a lot
Highway.
in Highway.
Yeah. And people seen her differently from the Highway.
Yeah, because I think she had done a film before, but this is the film where she could be seen more. There was a longer part and a different part where people could see her performance in a better way. That is why people started seeing, saying that Highway is the real story, the real film where they discovered her.
One song that still gives you goosebumps.
फिर से उड़ चला.
फिर से उड़ चला. So, which film would you remake differently today? Your films.
जब Harry met Sejal.
Why, sir?
Because I'll give it a bit more background. Like I'd give it more flashback or the past. I'd show more past then.
Okay.
For us to understand the characters better.
And according to you, like which scene are you proudest of till now?
There's no scene that I'm very proud of overall. I'm not proudest, but some scenes that I feel good about, definitely Some of them I'm saying. One of them is when how that girl walks up in Rockstar at the end. You know, when she comes to him. And then I also feel nice about how the scene where Alia's character Veera talks to her family at the end of the film. Say that I'm not one of you. You know, that scene I like. And in Main Vaapas Aaunga, I like the scene where Kinu comes up and says to the passing land in the train that Main Vaapas Aaunga. And of course the last scene of the film also in Main Vaapas Aaunga when he reads that poem out.
But I observed one thing in theatre, sir. People are screaming. There is a one scene. People are saying, "Stay, stay, stay there. She's coming. Stay there. Just 2 minutes. Stay there." Like these kind of words, I observed in the theatre.
Oh yeah, they say that. They said that.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, wow.
I mean, Kine is going.
Yeah, I
from there, right?
I know the
I
scene
just
that-
don't want to revealing this thing.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but
when you're writing these kind of scenes, how do you? I mean, imagining. Okay, the people are also the same vibe they will get. They will get
I'm
the
not
same.
imagining that actually. I'm just thinking that it's ironical, and I know what I'm feeling. I'm like, and I feel that the audience might also feel the same way. You know, that's what. I don't actually imagine that. Oh, somebody will say this.
Okay. Super, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Same to you.
So that's it, guys. This is Mahi signing off.